Bom, estou aqui andando, eu estava aqui caminhando, correndo perto do Charles River, e aí eu encontrei a Mary, yes? Maria. Are American?
Yes.
And she's cleaning the border of the river, and now she'll explain what she's doing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So let's go.
So like I was saying, like, in the winter I cleaned up all the big stuff because I could get to the edge of the river because it was ice, so I could stand on both sides, okay? So that was cool, and then I'd put it here, and then people would take it away that have trucks and things like that.
Yeah.
So what happens is then you get to the stuff that's like this. See, like, can you see that? That's like everyday stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of chip bags, a lot of plastic containers, plastic cups, styrofoam from insulation, from building materials and stuff like that. So you clean that up twice a month. It's like that. And then you get to like what I was showing. You get to this debris of like ancient debris.
Yeah.
Some of it's actually growing into the side of the river because it's been so long. And that's like a mixed bag. And so I put that into these, and then I stick that into the trash because we don't want this to be like composted because it's got like, you know, bad stuff in it. It's the kind of plastics that get into the bellies of like, there's a lot of aquatic life here. You know, there's fish, and there's also a lot of bird life here, and ducks and geese. So they open them up and they find all this little plastic pieces.
It's terrible.
So then what happens is, after I get it down to that level, right, to this level, the river takes care of itself. So it starts, because it has waves, the river has waves, it washes its own bank clean. And so I'll show you then how nice it can look when it's totally clean. And hopefully I did this yesterday, so I'm hoping that it stayed clean. So then what happens is, it gets down to this where then you get all the debris up. And as you can see, then you start seeing like, you know, the little tiny moss and the plants and, you know, and in here, there's like chip bag, okay? But that's not hard to pick up. But if you can get down in here, what happens is all the trees that grow along the esplanade, which is what this is called, this walkway, they send the little tiny roots out. And so you end up with these kind of soft root edges. So, and that is a really beautiful spot, you know, now. Look how pretty that looks compared to, you know, like where it's disgusting. So I've been doing it, and I seem to have a system down. You just have to keep doing it. But I think that what happens is people let it accumulate, and then they start looking at it, and it seems like too big of a problem to handle. So nobody wants to do it, or they just think it's impossible. And so I like walking, right? And I need to exercise because I'm, you know, older and stuff. So I just thought that I'd combine the two. And then also kind of try to raise public awareness too, to like the college students and stuff, that, you know, make sure that everything is grounded, you know, that after you drink it, like cups and stuff, like in bags, because the river is always, the wind is always blowing by waterways. And so what happens is the wind blows things in whether you like it or not. And so we're just, you know, we're working at it little by little, and you know, it seems to be working. So
it's amazing.
Because it's a pretty, storm drains flow into this. And so every time there's a big storm, we get a lot of trash from the streets of Boston into the river. And so, you know, then you have to like just, you know, do it again. But, you know, it's not, you know, like I would say 2 people at 12 hours a week would be enough to like do this and keep it clean. Just the banks, you know, of the big, you know, this kind of stuff. But this is so much prettier. This is much more natural. And then what happens is you start to see wildlife that you wouldn't see. I mean, they start to use your little clean areas as the where walkways in and out, right, of the waterway. I saw a crane down there in this really beautiful area that I like gotten nice. I saw an actual crane. It was this big, really beautiful white crane, and it had been fishing. So you saw like its shells along the shore. So in that way, you know, you feel like closer to nature. You really start to get into the rhythm of the actual river itself. And so, you know, I know a little bit about, you know, India, you know, in India, how the rivers are sacred in India, you know, and we all know how sacred water is and how scarce it is becoming. So I think we need to, you know, kind of pay attention to our waterways and, you know, do what we can to keep them clean. So
It's amazing work. Congratulations. Thank you for doing it.
all right.
So, então eu falei agora com a Mary, e eu vou estar traduzindo para vocês aí embaixo, mas o que ela está fazendo é limpando toda a sujeira que tem ao redor do rio, que vem de construções, que vem das pessoas que jogam, toda essa sujeira eles vão limpando 12 horas por semana, ela faz isso. E é muito bacana esse serviço, porque ela fazendo isso, ela pode deixar, como vocês podem ver, tá tudo limpinho agora, mas ali mais pra frente é um pouco mais sujo, porque as pessoas passam muito aqui, elas fazem exercícios, né? Então aqui é um parque, então o pessoal passa correndo, caminhando, e muitas vezes derrubam lixo, muitos turistas, e o que eles fazem é limpar. E o que eu disse pra ela, parabéns pela atitude dela. Espero que vocês tenham gostado um pouquinho desse vídeo. Tchau, tchau!